The next 100 days, I want to prove that you can get the same results training here as you can training here. To test it, I'm training my brother-in-law, Dayton, setting him up with only 2 dumbbells and a bench, but using science-based strategies to build him a simple yet powerful plan. If he can stick to it and lose at least 10 pounds of fat while gaining at least 2 pounds of muscle, he's gonna be rewarded with something special.
Oh, I'm gonna get shredded.
He's gonna get shredded, okay. But while Dayton's confident, his day 1 DEXA scan clocked him at 32.8% body fat.
Above average American.
Was that higher than you expected?
I'm not like extremely shocked, but I thought maybe around like 27, 26.
Okay. And that wasn't the only shocking news. His DEXA also revealed a dangerously high 1,200 grams of visceral fat wrapped around his organs. Now, this doesn't just make his gut look bigger, it pumps out inflammatory molecules linked to heart disease and even early death. So for Dayton, losing fat on this plan isn't just about looking better. It could literally help him live longer. It's okay.
I'll put her in the back.
Okay. All right, not bad. It has potential. It has potential. So this guy's leaving, right?
Yeah, this is my roommate's and he's moving out.
We don't need this. We don't need this. I'll show you some exercises with the dumbbells that I got you, and that'll be more than enough.
What? Dude.
I told you, man.
Are you kidding me?
I'm helping you build your gym.
Yo.
But to get Dayton just as good of results as he would in a fully equipped gym, I've built a science-backed workout routine that can target every single muscle with just 2 dumbbells and a bench. Let's start with building his chest.
I've always like been able to build lower chest, but not upper, so it looks like I just kind of have tits, to be honest.
To fix that, I first took Dayton through a sternum test to find the best bench angle. So your sternum is a little bit steeper, right? You have more of an angle compared to me, which is a little bit flatter. Okay. Yours goes back like this more. And what that means is that a flat for you is actually a little bit more of a decline, right?
Oh.
So that's hitting a little bit lower on your chest. And so for you to really unlock the upper chest, you're probably gonna have to use slightly higher incline compared to me.
That makes a lot of sense because I've never been able to build my upper chest.
But it'll only work if he uses a correct arm position. And so like what a lot of people do with incline pressing, right? Even flat pressing, they'll go super wide like this. And this actually lines up the tension better with the front delts. So this is probably why, like if you did pressing like this, you probably felt it a lot more here.
Yeah.
And so if you angle it this way, the fibers of the upper chest actually come up here and down like this. So basically you want to align your arm path with the way the fibers run.
Go with the grain.
Now, exactly. If you're pressing like this, boom, that's gonna unlock right here, right? And you felt that instantly.
Yeah, like right around
Exactly.
there. Yeah,
Exactly.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah. Next, I finished off his chest with a flat dumbbell press to target the mid and lower fibers. Then we moved on to back. First up, a chest-supported dumbbell row to target his mid and upper back for thickness and definition. The key here is to use a wide elbow angle. But I quickly noticed Dayton's weaker back muscles led to other areas taken over instead. When you're pulling, you're actually bending your arms like this, right? And the more your forearm bends like that, the more the biceps are gonna be involved.
Okay.
So all you wanna do is just think about fist directly under the elbow. Now just shrug here, arms straight, and just squeeze your shoulder blades together. So pinch here, pinch here. There you go. We want to get the most that we can out of using light weights so that, you know, even if we're limited to 50 pounds, like that's more than enough. Next, we move on to a single arm dumbbell row. But to now target his lats for back width, he kept his elbow tight to his sides while sweeping his arm back towards his hips. Where'd you feel it? Right about there? There you go. Look at these, man.
The most,
We're growing the wings.
the sweeping, I just pictured the sweeping.
Yeah, exactly.
And that helped a lot. Yeah.
Now the muscle Dayton has always struggled with for some reason, shoulders. But after watching his technique, I quickly found out why.
On my right side, a lot of times when I'm either doing shoulder press or if I'm doing like pec flies,
Okay.
I hear click, I can feel the bone grind.
Basically what's happening here is if you're in this position and you're pressing, right, this can cause a lot of discomfort in the shoulder. So there's 2 things I like to do.
Okay.
The first thing is I don't like to use as steep of in incline.
Okay.
Because you can still hit the shoulders really well, but we can also get a little more upper chest, which you definitely need to work on as well. And the second thing is you're pressing like way out here.
Yeah.
Right? What I want you to do is tuck the elbows at the bottom, and then you can flare out on the way out.
Yeah, much better. I'm not hearing or feeling the click.
Good. So this is going to build the front delts, a little bit of the upper chest.
Okay.
But what actually gives you the width is the side delts. Cables are good for shoulders because they give you resistance in different areas, but there are ways that we could replicate the same thing with dumbbells. If you do like reps here to failure, once you can't do any more full reps, like your delts have so much more, right? So the strategy is we're gonna do lateral raises. We're gonna do as many as we can with full reps. As soon as you can't do any more, you're actually gonna bump up the weight. Put it back, put it back. Go heavier, reverse drop set. This is like an F1 pit stop. All right, come on, bro. We're stopping. You're gonna go 20% heavier and then half reps. Cause that way you're burning out you're taking your delts actually to failure, and then you're challenging them more in that bottom position, which seems to be more beneficial for growth. 2 more. Last one, last one. All right, good job. So that's gonna be one of your side delt exercises. And then the second one is actually gonna be a way that we can replicate the effect of cables. When you do a regular lateral raise, it's hardest up here and it's super easy down here.
Yes.
The thing with cables is that we can set it up so it's really hard here and easier up here. Just with a wall, if we actually just hold here and we angle ourselves sideways,
Leaning, yeah.
this is actually gonna make it harder down here. So if we combine those guys on one day, these guys on another day, boom. You're hitting the delts in all the different ways.
As for his arms, a recent study on the biceps found that incline curls with the arms locked behind the body seems to provide more growth in the upper biceps, whereas preacher curls leads to more growth in the lower biceps and brachialis, which makes both of them the perfect combo for complete growth. But we can't forget about the triceps. Dayton's triceps, he's got a really nice lateral head, and you get this from doing a lot of pressing, but his long head back here seems to be lacking. The exercise I'm about to show you grows this really well and seems to grow this even better. So it's like, if I was to just pick one, I would pick this one. It's a standing overhead extension. You could do the seated too. There you go. Now for the lower body, since using a high bench can feel uncomfortable in the hips, we lowered it with styrofoam. So we could do wide stance Bulgarian split squats to hit his glutes, followed by a narrow stance driving his knee forward to hit his quads. Then slow and controlled Romanian deadlifts for his hamstrings. As for calves, our bench wasn't gonna cut it. We need more elevation. Basically, we want to So I gotta build a platform. That's
Sure.
a solid platform, not styrofoam.
Here's the full workout routine Dayton's going to be following, using our Built with Science Plus app to track all of his progress. Were you surprised with how much you were able to get done with just a bench and dumbbells?
Yeah, to be honest, just the slight changes in technique and how much harder that made even a lightweight was interesting.
We're going to get a killer transformation without you leaving your house.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's do it, bro. Let's go.
We got it.
But before I leave, there's still one more room I need to check out, the kitchen, as I want to find what in Dayton's diet might be contributing to his alarming amount of visceral fat.
Like, I usually just get a bag salad, some meat, and then...
Do you eat a lot of red meat?
Yeah.
And a lot of fatty meat?
Yeah, I like red meat and pork, to be honest.
Okay. I quickly scanned Dayton's usual ribeye steak dinner with our Built with Science Plus app, and it contains almost 50 grams of fat and over 600 calories. I actually made a video about how this all contributes to visceral fat, and you can check that out later here. Oh, not to mention the 150 calories of butter he also uses for cooking. But here's an easy switch to cut down on calories. Swap out fatty meats for leaner cuts and cut back on those invisible oils. Here's the full list I gave Dayton that you can apply to. But if fatty meats was the first culprit, the second contributor had to be his snacks. Multivitamins.
Yeah, you know, I get my multivitamins in.
Healthy rice cakes.
That's my snacking habit. That, and then I do like pastries, like butter tarts.
You're having butter tarts, but you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah, this like clears out real quick, you know?
While Dayton's choice of snacks wouldn't be too bad in moderation, it was the sheer volume he was eating that was clearly the problem.
And I crushed that in like one sitting.
Exactly.
Here is what Dayton used to eat, and here's the rough plan I've made for him to follow. He'll be tracking everything using our Built with Science Plus app to make sure he's hitting his daily targets.
Holy crap. It actually got like everything almost bang on.
If Dayton actually stops crushing the popcorn, instead of slowly gaining fat, he should be able to lose just over a pound per week.
Day one, I'm gonna start off with my favorite, legs. That was sarcasm. The diet, I got rid of the popcorn. Well, I ate the popcorn, but that's the last bit of popcorn I'll be buying.
At first, with his new gym and diet locked in, things were off to a really good start. But unfortunately, this new plan wasn't the only challenge Dayton was facing.
I've been just dealing with a lot lately, besides, you know, the whole fitness program and the diet. I work in film, and the past few years have just been really slow. Pretty much got laid off, trying to make money on my own time, running my own business. You know, it's different. It's not guaranteed every 2 weeks paycheck kind of thing. I just don't have any motivation because my routine's a little off.
So on the first day I visited Dayton, he showed me his side gig, collecting and reselling vintage electronics and stereo equipment.
That's like old laser disc movies. That's Xbox and DVDs and Blu-rays.
Crazy.
And with Dayton looking to turn this into a full-time gig, along with 3D printing and building models, I could tell balancing his workouts with his new career path was becoming a real challenge.
Today's is one of those days where I'm just kind of agitated and miserable for no real reason. Had a client back out of a big deal. I left my chicken out overnight after I just cooked it, like 20 bucks. Just, you know, just stupid stuff, but it's just bothering me. You know, some days you wake up and you feel like you're on top of the world and you're killing it, and then there's some days where you don't.
So like, it's totally fine with me if you need a few weeks just to pause on everything that we're doing. I just want to make sure that like you're mentally doing okay.
To be honest, man, I think, you know, having that routine is the only thing that's really keeping me sane at the moment. The other things are kind of out of my control.
So you're good, no breaks, you just want to continue pushing through?
Yeah, dude, no breaks, push right through it, man.
After the call, Dayton quickly got back on track, and he hasn't missed a day. He's even built some new equipment on his own.
I just finished building the elevated platform for calf raises and other elevated workouts. And now I'm going to do some custom lighting and some mural painting on the walls. I'm excited to get using it. So I just moved in a new roommate the other week, and he happens to be a chiropractor. He went to school in Mexico for that. So I have a completely new way to recover from my workout.
Oh, there it is. And that's what I get. Hey, Shadow.
But after 100 days, Dayton had only lost 11 pounds on the scale, and he had no idea what his DEXA results were going to show.
Damn, dude. Damn. Yo, your chest is like filling out, and your arms too.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed.
In just 100 days, Dayton actually lost 17 pounds of fat and almost tripled our muscle goal, gaining an impressive 6 pounds of muscle, bringing his body fat from 33% on day one down to just 23.5%.
Whoa.
That's huge.
Yeah, pretty huge.
That is huge.
What?
Because Dayton was a new lifter with enough excess fat to burn as fuel, by locking in his diet and training, we were able to force his body to burn off his body fat and use it as energy towards building new muscle. But Dayton was hungry for more.
I'm just getting started. Honestly, like that's how I felt like the last 2 weeks working out. It honestly feel like I like broke chains.
And so we decided to continue pushing for another 50 days. And it's only fair that since he's already crushed his initial goals, I'm gonna have to upgrade his secret gift. Plus, I'm throwing in a pull-up bar to keep his training interesting. However, his 50-pound dumbbells are no longer enough to feed the beast I've created. He's been setting PRs every single week and actually maxed out his dumbbells on many exercises. This is where most people assume training without a gym no longer works. Luckily, there is a science-backed solution. So I made a follow-up trip to Dayton's to show him how to implement it.
I knew you'd like that.
Sin power.
And then the other wall is dedicated to you. I play my music, I have my space. It's got everything I need. Keep
Dude,
the
this
flag
is
up.
epic. So this is where you take all your epic shots.
Yeah, so this is where I take all my photos right here.
I love it.
And the Zin, I take it for pre-workout. So Zin, if you're watching, sponsor me, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if we can keep that. We're gonna have to hide this, dude. And squeeze. Good. The technique I want Dayton to use is called pre-exhaust. He'll start with an isolation move, like the dumbbell fly, and take his chest all the way to failure. Then, without resting, he'll switch to a heavier compound lift, like the dumbbell press. But because his chest is already fatigued, his chest will be able to reach failure without needing super heavy weights. Earlier this year, I actually helped run a study comparing pre-exhaust to traditional training. Traditional training did have a slight edge, but the gains were nearly identical, and you can make up the difference just by adding an extra set or two. And by applying pre-exhaust to Dayton's workout, he's not only hitting failure on his chest press by rep 10, he's doing it while actually dropping his weight back down to 40 pounds.
Nice. I definitely feel it.
Atta boy.
That's definitely noticeable. Yeah.
See, man, you can do a lot with light weights. As for Dayton's lower body, there's one big muscle in his quads that squats and lunges don't actually grow very well, the rectus femoris. Normally at a gym, you'd use leg extensions to target this muscle. But in Dayton's case, I've got two workarounds that should produce the same results. Lean back, full stretch in your quads, and then come back up. Okay. Main thing is keep your core braced, and then just full stretch as deep as you can. Try to get your butt to your heels, but whatever's comfortable, and then come back up.
Dude, I feel that for sure.
All right, good. But I also decided to throw in a second, more challenging exercise just for fun.
Ooh,
come back up.
That one looks a little difficult.
Knees
Okay.
forward, back straight.
There you go.
That was one.
I got one.
When I come back, I definitely want to see you at least getting 5 of these. Okay?
5? Okay, okay.
5.
See if I can get another one. No.
All right, 1 rep.
We got one
Let's go.
rep.
And with Dayton already making so much progress, I decided to give him one more stretch goal to shoot for. I think it'd be really cool if we get to under 20% body fat.
Done.
But even though we fixed his training, as Dayton gets leaner, I'm expecting his cravings for his beloved Chicago mixed popcorn to only get stronger.
So I got him a bag of plain microwavable popcorn, topped it with a mix of our Built with Science salted caramel protein, sugar-free syrup, and cheddar seasoning. Pop that in the freezer for 10 minutes and bam, cuts out 20 grams of sugar and replaces it with 29 grams of protein.
It's good.
Flavor is like pretty spot on.
Yeah.
And here's also the list I shared with Dayton, showing him creative ways to satisfy his sweet tooth with more protein, but less calories. Dayton's already made incredible progress, especially with his abs. But with just 50 days to continue making progress, Dayton was continuing to hit PRs in his workouts and with his new business as well.
I've got some exciting news. I've gotten lots of contracts for artwork, but also training weapons, and it's been really good. It's been really positive. If things continue this way, I'm gonna be investing in more equipment. I just realized my core strength has come a long way, and I can finally do this. Isn't that crazy? I think it's kind of cool. Sometimes when I'm doing legs, I just want to stop and quit and say no one will know. But then I just remember I'm doing this for a reason, and it really isn't that hard. The things I've gone through in life, losing both of my parents, and the things I've had to overcome is so much harder than this stupid workout. And then I just think, don't give up, it's just push. And I just crushed it. Oh, that's 7. You said 5. I did 7. I'm coming for that DEXA scan, and I'm gonna crush it.
Good, man. Looking like a... Dude, every time I see you, you look like a new person.
Yeah.
Like your face gets slimmer and slimmer. Let's see what's under the hood.
Okay.
Damn, dude. Your veins are popping. You got definition here too?
Yeah.
Damn, you look insane.
Pretty cool, hey?
Dude. Are you ready for the...
Yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm ready, man. I want to see the results.
I have not seen. Today, your body fat is...
Whoa.
18.4%.
Let's go. Let's do it, baby.
Dude, you crushed the goal, man.
In 150 days, Dayton gained 7 pounds of muscle while losing 26 pounds of fat.
To put this into perspective, this is the total amount of fat he lost and muscle he gained. Pretty crazy, right? Plus, his visceral fat dropped by 70%.
All without doing a single exercise in the gym. So, it's time to give Dayton what he deserves.
No way! Yo, what? Yo! To help Dayton with his business, I got him a brand new state-of-the-art printer that I knew from my wife, aka his sister, he's had his eye on for a while.
Dude,
You deserve it.
brother.
Dude,
I'm so
thanks
proud of you, dude.
Thanks, man.
I'm so proud of you. You're the one that put in the hard work.
Yeah, man,
And
but like for people out there, I'm sure they understand, like finding a plan's not easy. You can sit on YouTube all day and watch 20 different people's videos, look at everyone's different fad diets. To have it all just on one app, one thing, that's just a game changer. Like it was just so easy that way. So
I appreciate
thank you
that,
for
man.
that, man.
Appreciate that, man. If you guys want to give the app a shot, go to builtwithscience.com, scan this QR code, you get 2 weeks free. Doesn't matter if you have a garage like Dayton or you have a full gym, we'll create the plan just for you. Peace out, guys.